How you doing? How's your week been? How is work? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome to another edition of Talk with Triple A on Cut TV, and I remain your host, the host of the most, Julie Fresh. Yeah, you got that right. This is Julie Fresh on Cut TV, and as always, I'll be hosting to this edition of Talk with Triple A on Cut TV. You got that right. So today we will be talking about a topic that I feel like everybody can relate to this thing. You get. Today our topic today we'll be talking about mommy's boys. Yeah, I know, right? We have some adults men that are still boys, and a lot of us, one way or the other, we've encountered the mommy's boys. We've met them, we've had one encounter or the other with the mommy's boys. So today we'll be talking about them. We'll be telling you ways to identify the mommy's boys and reasons why you should avoid the mommy's boys. So stay chilled, stay hydrated. If you've been following me, you know I am an advocate for hydration. This period is not friendly at all, and this is a time where you need to stay hydrated. You need a lot of water. So stay hydrated. Grab your glass of water, grab your cup of juice, your glass of wine, and let's get right into this video. So first and foremost, we'll be defining the term mommy's. The mommy boy term, I know for a lot of persons, there are things that we grew up knowing and we just attached meaning to it without necessarily needing to know the actual meaning. And the mommy boy term is self-explanatory. It's self-definable. You can define it by just hearing mommy's boy. You should be able to tell what it is. But for the sake of this video, we will be defining the term mommy's boy as we always do in all our topics. So mommy boy is a man who is solely dependent on his mother despite being an adult. A man who cannot make decisions for himself without involving his mother. A man whose mother is fully involved in his life. The woman makes decisions for him, she makes choices for him, etc. She decides what happens in his life, who he should hang out with, what he should eat, what he should wear, churches he should attend, friends he should even be seen with. These men can be tagged mommy's boys because even at their adulthood, they don't trust themselves enough to make certain decisions without their mothers. They don't trust themselves they don't trust their judgment, they don't believe in their capabilities. They feel like their mother's decision is best. They feel like whatever she says is right and it stands. They live around their mother. They literally idolize their mother. So these are the people we can call mommy boys. People who do not have a life aside their mother, even at adulthood rather. They do not have a life outside their mother, and they act like they were 10 years old. These men are the men we tag mommy's boys. Let's be clear, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying loving, respecting, and giving your mother an opportunity to be involved in your life is wrong. No, it is a sign of good character. It shows how well you understand the importance of your mother in your life and the importance of motherhood. It shows how well you respect your mother. But this can be bad when you do not set boundaries, when your mother becomes the sole proprietor of your being. She is involved in literally everything that has to do with you, from your career choice to your career path, to the kind of business you should start up, to the kind of friends you should keep, to where you should live, to the kind of dresses you should outfit for a man, to the kind of outfits you should have on, to even the kind of women you should hang around with, and the kind of relationship you should have. She's involved in every aspect of your life with no boundaries. She makes decisions, unsolicited decisions, at will, with no remorse. And you do not see anything wrong with it. This is when it becomes a problem. This is when the mommy boy tag comes in. You don't think your mother does wrong. You don't think you're being a mommy's boy. You idolize your mother. You in all your conversation, you find a way to bring your mother's name in it. You cannot live a day without seeing not necessarily without seeing your mother. Your mother, you don't live with your mother, but your mother lives in you. It's almost as though they are projecting their life on you, and you willingly accept it because you just want to make your mother happy, you don't want to disappoint her, you want to be the perfect son, you want to be the perfect child, this is when it becomes bad, because you don't know when to draw the line and when to set boundaries. And no woman wants to settle with a man like that, because the future is clearly screaming mother-in-law and daughter-in-law rivalry, and we already know who the winner is. We already know the man will always consistently pick his mother over his wife, and this can lead to divorce. It is even another cause, a major cause of divorce in recent times. People tend to ignore the mommy's boys sign and go into marriages, and at the long run they get tired and they want out. Women are not as patient as our parents were in our when they were our age. Our parents can see these signs, get into the marriage, and still manage. They can tolerate the men, tolerate their mothers, and be in the marriage for as long as it will take. And their reasons are: who will take care of my children? What will happen to my children when I leave? And all those reasons they give to us. But like it or not, we know ourselves. We know that the women of this generation don't have as much tolerance and patience as our mothers back then had, and we cannot tolerate it. So you get into marriage, 2 years after, you can't tolerate it anymore, you want out. Relationship, you're managing your relationship, your boyfriend or fiance is showing you signs of mommy boy thing, and you're tired, you want to leave, because honestly it is not a relationship to be into. It is toxic. You will find yourself constantly fighting. You'll find yourself constantly struggling to be seen, to be heard, to matter. You find yourself being the third person in your relationship. So I know for a fact that women run away from mommy's boys when they see them. So if you're a mommy's boy, please, this video is for you. It is time for you to change. If you do not know that you're a mommy's boy, it is time for you to readjust and set boundaries. So how do we identify mommy's boys? Like I earlier mentioned, I feel like a lot of people, one way or the other, we've met and encountered mommy's boys, and we have our own ways of identifying them. But we took our time to list out a few ways to identify the mommy boys. And the number one on our list on how to identify mommy's boys are: they always consult their mothers before they make minor or major decisions in their life. They like I earlier mentioned, they don't trust in their capabilities. Not like they don't necessarily trust in their capabilities, but they believe so much in their mother's judgment. They believe their mother's judgment. They believe in whatever she says. What she says is right. What she says stands. So whenever they want to make decisions, choices, they find a way to get their mothers involved. They find a way to reach out to their mothers for permission and all of that. They want this. They are about to make a career. They are about to make a career decision. They find a way to talk to their mother first. They are about to make relationship decision. They talk to their mother first. When you have issues with your fiancé, with your wife, with your girlfriend, instead of resolving it or looking for a friend to talk to, you run to your mother for advice. You want to do this. You always consult your mother at every point in time. You don't know information to withhold from your mother. You don't know conversations to have with your mother. They always have things to say. They are always with their mother. Even when their mother is not present, they are always with their mother. You are about to make a life-changing decision with your partner. Somehow you find a way to involve your mother in it, and what she says stands. What she says is the best. What she says is true. Even when you know that this is not true, this is not best for you, you can't deal with this, but because it is coming from your mother, it is the best. She wants the best for you. You believe so much in her judgment. You believe so much in what she says. This is a red flag. This is how you know this person is a mommy's boy. They never see the wrong in whatever their mother does. They never see the wrong in whatever their mother, whatever she says. She is right. She's perfect, and hence that is the reason why they always go to her for consultation. They always go to her for problems. They always go to her for advice. Secondly, his mother controls every aspect of his life. These people, they do not have a say. Their mother controls their finances, their academics, their career, the kind of friends they should be seen with, the kind of people they should hang out with, the kind of job they should have, the kind of relationship, like I earlier mentioned. They low-key screen women. Literally, They screen women and you won't even know. You meet a guy, you think you guys have a thing going on, you vibe, the chemistry is there, and it takes you to his mother, and the next thing the guy starts ghosting you. That is because his mother just told him that you're not good enough for him. And yeah, since this is coming from his mother, she's right. His mother controls his finances. You're working, but your mother is in charge of your finance. She manages your career. She decides what kind of job you should take. She decides contracts that you should award. She decides pitches that you should do, and all manner of things. Your mother is fully involved in your life. You do not have a say in your own life. You can't even control your own life. That's a sign of a typical mommy's boy. I mean, people would now want to say that means we're saying Hakimi, the footballer, is a mommy's boy. I can't really necessarily say Hakimi is a mommy's boy. It is one thing to want to secure your future during wise investment, trusting your mother enough to handle your finances, and it's another thing to have your mother live for you, because she's literally living for you. She's projecting her life on you. You can't wear blue because she hates blue. You can't hang out with the middle class because you're rich, and your mother thinks if you're seen with the middle class, or if you're seen with the middle class or the very poor people, it will affect your personality, it will affect your popularity, and it's going to affect your business, it's going to affect your finances. You can't attend this church because your mother feels like this church is not good for you, or you're attending a particular church, but she wants you to attend this parish, this branch, to go to this branch because there are rich people there. You can't be in this branch because people there are below your standard, they are not your level. You can't be doing this, you can't do it. This topic reminds me of a series I watched sometime last year, Just Us Girls. It's about a girl whom her mom is projecting her life on her. She's literally living for her mother. Her mother decided the career, she's a medical doctor, and she never wanted to be a medical doctor, but she studied medicine because her mother wanted her to be a doctor. She works at her mother's hospital because her mom wants her to work there. She lives in her mother's house because her mother paid for the rent, and her mother does not want her to be seen, does not want her to hang around her friends because they are poor. Their families, they are from a poor background. So according to her mother, they are not befitting of her friendship. So she's living with these people and hiding them in her apartment. Her mother does not even know she has flatmates. She can't bring herself to telling her mother that her mother is not in support of the kind of relationship she's keeping, because the person is not known in the society. So she can't even tell her mother that she's dating a common baker, according to her mother. And this person is a fantastic chef and baker, but her mother does not want, because he didn't attend what's the name of that, London Business School. He didn't take culinary classes in Turkey and Paris and all of that. So her mother definitely insulted her fiance in her presence, and she did nothing because she's her mother. She cannot stand up for her. So these are the things you go through. You're living a life of someone else. You are projecting their life on you. So when you see this kind of person where you want them, let's go and buy something, let me call my mother to send me money, let's hang out, let me call my mom to do this, no, these are red flags. The third on our list is they need their mother's approval to do things. They can't take money from their own account unless they give detailed account of what they need the money for. My own money, the money I sweated for. I can't go out. I need to seek my mother's approval to hang out with this person. I need to give her a background check of this person I'm about to go out. You need to do this. You can't travel. Your mother needs to approve your journey. Your mother needs to approve your journey, your trip, your vacation. Your mother needs to approve your relationship. Your mother needs to approve every single thing you do in your life. Everything that has to do with you. Your mother needs to approve of it before you do. You feel entitled. She feels entitled to your life. She feels like even being an adult, you are still a child, and you cannot. She does not even trust you enough to make decisions for yourself. She does not even trust you enough to do well without her. She wants you to continuously be a baby. She wants you to continuously be her toddler, where she can control and tell what to do at will. These people, avoid them. These are typical mommies. But fourth on our list is they always compare you to their mother. Nobody likes to be compared. Nobody likes comparison. Let alone being compared to your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance's mother. It's somehow for bad reason. it's very, very bad. It's a terrible thing to do. You can never please them. They are never satisfied, because everything you do, they always want to liken it to how best their mother does the same thing. If you cook, if your food is not as sweet as their mother's food, the outfit you bought is not as fine as the one his mother would buy, the home decor you did is not as fine as the one his mother would want for his wife, for the home, the outfit you're putting on, you don't have a good fashion sense. His mother's fashion sense is way better than yours, and all those rubbish that they always do, claiming they want you to be like their mother. This is them literally trying to make you their mother, but they don't want you to be the mother. They want to make you the younger version of their mother. They want to it is just bad. I don't know. This is already making me speechless. It's just really, really bad. It's not something you should do. It's not a good act. Stop comparison. Stop comparing your partner to your mother. She's not your mother. She can never be your mother. Get to know her for the person she is, and you will see that you enjoy her personality. Now, the last on our list is they are always talking about their mother. There is no conversation that their mother will not be involved. They will always find a way to bring their mother into the conversation when they want to make references, when they are gisting about life experiences, when they are talking about even at work. My mother this, my mother that, my mother. My mother. I'm laughing because at some point in my life, I'm not a mommy's girl, but at some point in my life, I found myself talking more about my mother. You get? I don't know if it's because my dad is late and I don't know, but at work, whenever my mother, until my colleague went, Juliana, you love your mother too much. What is it? Every time you always find a way to talk about your mother, my mother. And I'm like, yeah, it's the only time I can really express. I'm not one to be doing fake love online and all of that. I talk about my mother when I have to. But yeah, but I know where to draw the line though. And after that, I realized I was doing this too much. And yeah, not everybody have good experiences of motherhood with their mother, and I can't be doing that. It will affect others, especially when you don't have good experience with their mother and those who do not even have mothers anymore. So I had to stop it. And yeah, so these people, they are always talking about their mother. Even when she's no more, they want to talk about their mother. They live for their mother. They breathe their mother. They eat their mother. They sleep their mother. They shower their mother. They walk their mother. Everything, their entire existence is about their mother. They do not have a life after their mother. It is that bad. So these are the reasons. These are ways you can identify the mommy's boys. And there are other ways you can identify them. You can also share your experiences with us and how you identified the mommy's boy. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Court TV, and I'm the host, Julie Fresh. Yeah, if you're new, subscribe. Welcome. We love you. We are glad to have you in this beautiful space, and we hope to see more of you. Subscribe to our channels, turn on your notification bell to be the first to get notified whenever we drop beautiful videos for you. Now today we are talking about mommy's boys. We just defined mommy's boys as men who cannot make decisions for themselves, men who are solely dependent on their mother for life. And we said that the ways to identify them, their mother is in control of every aspect of their life. They need their mother's approval for everything. They compare you at all times. They are always talking about their mothers, and they consult their mothers for everything. Every time they have major decision making, they find a way to consult their mother. Decision is final. What she says stands. Her decision is best. And yeah, moving on, we'll be talking about why women avoid mommy's boy. I mean, who wants to be with a mommy's boy? Tell me that one person that finds being a mommy's boy interesting, that finds it amazing, that is amazed at the fact that a man is a mommy's boy. I don't think some women want to be with men like that, men that cannot protect them, defend them, men that makes them feel insecure, men that makes them feel a certain type of way, men that makes you feel like a third place in your relationship. I don't think if there's one thing I am sure of is that women love attention. Women love to be loved and cared for. And if these things are shared and the other person is taking the larger part of it, the woman will not like it. There's no woman, I'm certain that no woman wants to be with a mommy's boy. So the reason why women avoid men like this is, one, because they lack independence. A man that depends on his mother for everything, he can't even think for himself. A man who literally has no life aside his mother. He is dependent on his mother for everything. Some of them, even at 30, in their 30s, in their early 40s, they are still living in their mother's house. They call their mothers every given opportunity for assistance, financial, emotional, career-wise. They always want to seek help and all of that. So no woman wants to be with a man like this. If he cannot think for himself, if he cannot make certain decisions for himself, how then can he run the home? How then can he lead? How then can he head a relationship? How can he take care of me? How can he help me? How can he support me? How can he help me through difficult times? So I can't even confide in my husband and get instant solution, because he will need to consult his mother. He will need to talk to his mother first. He doesn't even believe in himself. He doesn't think he is good enough. He doesn't think he has the ability to make good decisions for himself. So he believes and he trusts in his mother's decision. So yeah, women cannot even be seen. Women hate men like that. Women love to feel safe. Women love men who are confident, who are in charge of their life. The second on our list is his mother has a huge influence in his life. Let's be honest, you guys. You know that mothers who are overly involved in their son's life has great influence in decision making, in their son's life, in their decision making, in their relationship. They have huge influence in their relationships, especially. His mother decides who he should date or marry. In most cases, women get screened and they don't even know. Their son takes them to go and meet their mother. They don't know it is a screening. So if she approves, she will go ahead. If she doesn't, it ends. It's wrong. So there's this story that's been trending that I read 3 years ago about a boy, as I will often call them, as they're often referred to, about a boy who took his fiancée home. He involved his mother of their coming, and yeah, she was expecting them. This thing was done like a few days before they went home, and on reaching the house was in a mess. The house was unkept, it wasn't clean and all that stuff. And so the girl sat down, she greeted her mother-in-law to be and all that, and she sat down. Then his mother went to the kitchen, get a broom and started sweeping the living room. And then she got to the girl's position and wanted to sweep under the couch, and she raised her legs up for the woman to sweep. The woman did sweep the place, and so the girl left, and the woman concluded that she's not good enough for her son. She's not a good she's not wife material, and she lacks respect. So her son cannot marry the girl, and the son agreed that he cannot marry her because she lacks home training. Why did she not make an attempt to collect the broom from his mother to sweep? Why did she sit down while his mother was cooking? Why did she even raise her legs up for his mother to clean the house? If you've been in this situation, my darling, don't let these people decide your fate for you. Just pick your huge, your big dignity and leave. These people cannot determine how well you are brought up. By that single act of nonsensory, it cannot be determined by how well you were brought up. You know for a fact that you have good home training, you're from a good background, you don't lack home training, you are kind. This cannot determine who you are. So if you have dignity, please do not even whip over relationships like that. Keep your remaining stuff and leave. Don't let them decide your fate for you. Men like this are mommy's boys, and things like this are the reason why women avoid men like that. They don't want to start going through tests and going through emotional stress, all because your mother-in-law, your boyfriend's mother has huge influence in his life. You find yourself constantly in a battle with these people. You are always struggling to measure up. You're always struggling for his attention, for his love, for his care. You're always struggling to get everything, and nothing you do is ever good enough for him, for her. And he never sees anything wrong in whatever she does. Thirdly, constant comparison. Comparison is here again because it is a huge turn off. Nobody likes to be compared. Now, ladies, have you ever been in a situation where you made something really nice, you spent hours in the kitchen trying to look up something for your man, and after cooking, he tasted the food and went, this food is nice, but my mom cooks better. oh, this food is nice, but if you had used this spice or this recipe, it would have been nice. Oh, this food is nice, but you should try my mother's recipe, it is better than this. Excuse you, what's that? I am your partner, not a replacement for your mother, not your mother's replacement. You cannot try, don't even try to make me your mother. Don't try to make me a younger version of your mother. Don't try to make me your mother, but in your wife's body. Don't do that. What I feed you is what I feed you. You are going to eat it. If you don't like my food, then you can as well get your mother to cook the food for you. And don't stress me, because what was that? That means you're not even prepared for marriage. You're not prepared for relationship. You're not prepared to live alone. You're not prepared to end whatever relationship you have built with your mother. If you are constantly comparing people's cooking ability, fashion sense, and whatnot with your mother, they are not your mother. Everybody have their own personalities. Why don't you get to know me and get to like my own personality, get to love me for who I am, and not because your mother wants you to love me? Nobody likes comparison. Nobody loves to be compared. So this is another reason why women avoid mommy's boys. Now the fourth on our list is he can't set boundaries. Like we earlier mentioned, loving your mother, respecting your mother, making her a priority is not a bad thing, but it becomes bad when you don't know how to set healthy boundaries. You don't know when boundaries should come in. You let your mother rule you. You let her get away with whatever she does to you. She decides the kind of friends you hang out with, and even those ones, she constantly talks down on them. She constantly belittle your friend, your little circle. She insults people. She embarrasses people around you and hide under the disguise of giving subtle advice or showing love and all that, and you don't see the things she does. She insults your wife, she insults your fiancé, she insults your girlfriend, she makes mockery of their family, she treats them badly, and still you don't think it is wrong. You just make excuses for them, and you come up with the excuse of she's only trying to be there for you. She's doing this because she loves you. If she does not love you, she won't tell you. That's not nice. Women like men who knows what they want, who sets boundaries, who prioritize them as much as they prioritize their mother. Women they want to be safe. They like to feel safe. They don't want to be feeling unrespected, unappreciated, not valued. They don't want to feel insulted. They don't want to be put in a situation where they have to make certain choices and they have to always be on guard. They always have to fight for themselves. When your mother-in-law is around, the mother-in-laws to be around, they are often guarded. They are ready to throw basketballs. No, they don't want to be in a competition. They don't want to fight for things. They love men who knows what they want, who have set boundaries, who have set priorities right. And no woman wants to be in a relationship where she won't even feel valued and she will be second guessed. No woman wants to be in such relationship. His mother is always around, calls at odd hours, and do not even know when to call and when not to call. She jumps in during deep conversation and gives her unsolicited advices, disrespects you at will. She wants to control your life as much as she's controlling her son's life. She feels entitled to your being in the marriage. She feels like you should make her a demigod because she approved of you and all that stuff. No woman wants to be seen in such battles. And lastly, he is not ready to take charge. Let's face facts. Relationship is about partnership and commitment. In relationship, women expect their men to be strong decision makers. Now, if a man always runs to his mother at every point in time to make decision, to solicit advice, to ask for help and whatnot, it scares the woman and it discourages her in that relationship. How then, if at your age you cannot head your home, if at your age you cannot run a smooth relationship, you cannot lead a woman, how then will you be able to head your home? How then will you be able to father your own children? How then will you be able to run a company, run a department at work, if you are always soliciting your mother's advice, if you're always running to your mothers at every point in time? How then will you be able to stand on your own when your mother is no longer there? Women wants to be with men who are independent, who sets boundaries, who prioritizes them, who makes them feel loved and safe, who is always there to protect and defend them, despite who is involved. Women love to be with men like this, and if the man that is coming your way, and if the man you're with is not showing you all of this, the woman will leave you. No woman wants to see trouble in the future and head straight for it. No woman will see that this marriage I'm getting into is going to cause me problems and will still put her head into it. No woman wants that. So yeah. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Cut TV. I remain your host, Julie Fresh, and today we are talking about mommy's boys, reason why women avoid them, how to identify them. We've spoken about the reason why women avoid them, how to identify them, and yeah. Now we're moving on to the real question, which is, can these men change? The truth is, it depends. I mean, some men genuinely do not know how much of a mommy's boy they've become until it has affected their social and relationship life. And if after this, they are willing to set healthy boundaries and make a change, then there is hope. But if he is constantly living in self-denial, constantly justifying his being a mommy's boy with excuses like his mom is only looking out for him, he's the only son of his mother, or the only child, or he does not want to disappoint her, he doesn't want to hurt his mom and all that, constantly making excuses for his mother and all of that, then my sis, my darling, there is no hope there. Just pack your stuff, take your dignity, your remaining respect and value, and walk out of the relationship. There is no need to be there. There is no need trying to change this person, because this person will never ever ever see the wrong in whatever his mother does. There is no hope for them, so just leave these people and have peace. So ladies, before you commit to any man, before you commit to any relationship, please study how this man interacts with his mother. The first thing you should take note of is, if he respects his mother genuinely without worshipping his mother, if he respects his mother and you know that his mother is not forcing it, the respect is not being forced, his mother is not controlling him to do things, he knows when to draw the line, he knows when to be a man, and he knows when to be his mother's son. You should take note of that. Second thing to take note of is, can he make his own decision? You should know when during decision making, once or twice you should be with him when he's about to make certain decision. If he's the type that would always rush to his mother for advice, for help and stuff, or is the type that would just sit down, think and come up with solutions, prefer solutions to his problem and all that. And the last thing to know is, if he knows when to set boundaries. You should study that, because these men they are men that when their mother does something, they call them out immediately. And then there are some that when they do something, you meet his mother for the first time, she's giving attitude and all of that, and you meet her the second time, she's all friendly. These are the type that they've had conversation with their mother, you get, after the first meeting, and they've set boundaries. They've made it known to their mother that this is the person that I want to be with, this is who I want to be friends with, this is my colleague, this is who I want to work with. I am just telling you because I feel like as my mother you should be involved, you should know. I'm not seeking your advice. I'm not asking you if this person is good enough for me. As a man, you should be able to get to know people for yourself. You should be able to make certain decisions for yourself. You should be able to know when to set boundaries. So women, look out for these things. If the man you're talking to, the man you're with currently, the man you're doing talking stage with, you should know if he can set boundaries, if he knows when to set boundaries, if he knows how to make decisions for himself, how to take decisions for himself, without always running to his mother. Now, if you've asked yourself these questions and the answer is no, then my darling, you have to decide if you can tolerate this long term, because these things, like it or not, they may seem simple, they may seem lightweighted, they may seem like they don't really matter. When you hear of a mommy's boy, you think you can deal, but when it comes to marriage, it is forever. But can you really deal with this in marriage? Can you tolerate this attitude? Can you tolerate this person? Can you tolerate being second guessed, second placed in your own home? Is it worth it? Ask yourself this question and make a decision as soon as possible. As we will always say in recent time, make a decision ASAP. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is amazing. Every woman deserves love. Every woman deserves to be happy. Love should be balanced for both parties. You deserve a man who would genuinely love and always choose you and put you first at all times without even thinking or needing his mother's approval. Do not settle for being second placed in your relationship. You deserve better. You deserve better than a mommy's boy. Now, if you find yourself in this situation, my darling, there's still time to write it. There's still time to walk away. You are love personified, and you deserve to be with a real man. You deserve to be with a man who knows what he wants and stands firm on his word. And on that note, this is me signing out of the studio. But we'll not be signing out just like that. I'll be leaving you with this question. Have you ever dated a mommy's boy before? Have you met a mommy's boy before? Do you even know a mommy's boy? If you have, please do well to share your experience with us. Tell us how you met this person, how you knew that this person is a mommy's boy, and why you stopped being friends or why you ended your relationship with the said mommy's boy. We love to hear your story. We love to see you interact with us. Your interaction are what we love to see. So you guys, keep our page engaged by sharing your stories with us, and yeah, we never know. We learn from you, you learn from us. It's a win-win from everybody. We love you guys, you know that. So that's all for today's edition of Talk with Triple A on Court TV. And if you're just joining us for the first time, you are welcome. Let's do the drum rolls for you. You're welcome. We love you. We're glad you came. We're glad you joined us. We hope you had fun. And this is us promising you more interesting, interacting, inciting, educative sessions like this. This is us saying we love you and we want to see more of you. Please do well to subscribe to our channels, turn on your notification bells, be the first to get notified when we drop a video, and see you in our next video. I'll be signing out, but I'm not leaving you. It's Julie Fresh. Stay loved, choose love wisely, set boundaries, choose a man that loves you, and always know that you are love personified. See you in our next video. Bye.
Court TV. Explore the entertainment.